Hello everybody, welcome to Warframe with Azurbeat. Today, I'm basically just making a video, because I think it's easier than writing up a huge freaking post on Reddit. So I'm going to make a video and talk about things that I care about Warframe. Because the game is awesome, but it's got issues, right? And everyone who's a fan of Warframe is aware that this game has problems. Plain Saren, firing for Saren parts. So, what is my topic is companions. Because this is one of the subjects that is... It's one of the coolest and least... It's one of the coolest and least fleshed out systems in Warframe. It could be so much cooler than it is. And yet, it's effectively... just they're little passive floaters. You can see I'm using Durga right now, but that's only because I'm trying to level it. So my big thing with this whole discussion is going to be increasing the variation, the different types of sentinels that are used by players. Go into any game right now, and I will bet that 80 to 90% of Sentinels, companions in general, that you would used, are all carrier or carrier prone. Because, for the simple reason, there's just no reason to use anything else. Why? Well, there's one big reason. It's because vacuum is the best precept. There's no reason to use anything other than vacuum because, well, let's say you want DPS. Okay, you could get a death cube. Or you could get some high ammo consumption weapon that sucks ammo like nobody's business, but deals high DPS, and then just compensate for that with vacuum. Yeah, simple reasons why vacuum is... The preset vacuum is the sentinel that everyone picks. You don't pick carrier because it's a good sentinel on its own, per se. You pick it because vacuum is OP. Now, I'm going to just make that comment that considering the current settings that D intends on putting in with relation to mods, trying to get rid of the excessive... now my crafted plane, it's hard to talk about. It's hard to talk and play well at the same time. D is looking at reducing the sort of lack of variation in a lot of stuff, like, you know, mod builds. There's no reason to use anything other than serration and split chamber on basically every weapon. You could boost their damage and status chance by that much, and delete those two mods and those two slots, and literally nothing would change in this game. So, getting rid of mandatory items is a good idea, and they've already done. So, what am I going to be saying as to, well, how do we fix it? What do you think we should do to fix that? Which is, of course, my opinion. And everyone's got an opinion. And, well, you don't really have any reason to care about mine, but if you are going to stay around and listen, thanks. Easy solution. Item 1. Vacuum needs to be a just default game mechanic. Every Warframe, every game mode, it would really help in Archwing, because picking up mods in Archwing is hell. Every gameplay mode and every gameplay area should have, as default, significant levels of vacuum. Not as good as the current vacuum. Like, I would be okay with not having as good vacuum, simply because right now with carrier, I can sit on a zip line with Avara and run across the room and pick everything up, because it's got all that much range. And if you're gonna make it just default, I approve of the idea of you actually have to put yourself at risk. The problem is that having to walk directly over things in order to get anything it's problematic in a fast-paced game like that. So, change it. Make vacuum default and replace carrier's precept. Probably, I saw an idea on Reddit, and I can't credit the guy who's posted it because I don't remember his name or where I saw it, other than it was on the Warframe subreddit, of make carrier carry things it carries like a pack of pickups. You have a whole bunch of energy that you walk over.
Reached.
You have ammo that you use or need, and it picks up a certain amount of that,
I'm in,
and then
this will take
deploys it when you need it. You need 25 energy, it drops an energy over for you. So, something different, but not necessarily something that's going to be flat out better than everything else in the game. So, that's the quick carrier rework idea. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. 2 out of 3, not bad. Where's that one? Okay, so, other things though to change Sentinels. The biggest fundamental issue with all companions, actually, is the total lack of interactivity. That's also my opinion. But I think that, as a general rule, interactive mechanics are better than passive ones. Having to do something to make things happen. So one of the reasons why I kind of don't like Toxic Lash, actually. It's a passive that's an active. DE, please. Just... No. It's annoying. It's a pain in the ass to constantly cast this thing. So, but in this case, Sentinels are, in effect right now, your 5th Warframe ability. They're a passive ability that you can't control. It just floats around and is mostly useless unless it's killed, in which case it's irreplaceable. So, idea to change things. Item 1, get rid of precepts. Replace it with the standard 8 mod slots and Warframe-like scaling abilities. No precepts to slot in. Just standard slots, standard abilities. They level up as it levels up. Probably not have power, strength, and whatnot on there, but I don't know. That's a design decision that goes a little beyond the concept here. So, there's 3 things, a few things already. So standard things, maybe give Kubro's aura slots. I don't know. It's, like I said, those are kind of design decisions that DE would have to take into account when they're talking about doing the server. Put Sentinels, and this is kind of where I start theorizing about what these things should do in the game. Make Sentinels kind of focused as auxiliary abilities. They exist as items. They exist as a 5th ability for your Warframe, but one that you can actually control, kind of like every other ability that you have, right? So, every companion, and here's my hypothesis, here's my suggestion. Every companion should have, we should add another command button 6. A companion order key. So, for every Sentinel, you have one ability, one active ability that can be activated with this. So, like with Durja here, have the Electro Pulse, that disabling system, be that ability. You can target it like any other unit target ability, just like Spore.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend.
And you can just select what you want it on and cast it. And range, whatever. It works just like a regular Warframe ability. So that's item 1. Other ideas, things to add to that, it would either have to be cooldown based or based on your energy pool. I kind of prefer it being based on your energy pool. I don't like cooldowns in Warframe, honestly. Not much stuff uses them, and it always seems kind of weird to have anything cooldown based. Just because, well, like I said, there isn't much else in the game that operates on cooldowns. So, don't make these operate on cooldowns. Other easy things too, and abilities that would be really improved by this are stuff like Fatal Attraction and Crowd Dispersion. Both of those are abilities that would be great as active things. You can decide when you want to draw things in or shove them away, rather than have that just exist as a passive, oh, I feel like doing it now type thing. So there's other things. Getting onto Kubros and the new Kavats. Obviously, I don't know exactly what they're doing with Kavats, other than, or have any idea what they're doing, other than the regular. They're going to be making it more utility focused. I have no idea what that means, obviously. Like, does it mean that they're going to be better than Carrier? Probably not. Because unless they give you a vacuum, nothing's going to be better than Carrier. Oh, stop that. So there's a few things. So things that I was thinking about Kavats, as long as we're on that topic, I think it would be really cool, given their cat-like nature, if they were actually able to follow you through maneuvers. You know, as you're jumping around, leaping off of walls, hang gliding, Kubros aren't following you doing this. It'd be cool if the Kavats can. I know that they're giving an AI update to the Kavats, which is kind of nice. But other than that, no real idea what they're going to do. Why are you going to want to pick them over a Sentinel or Carrier or a Kubro if you like having a pet running around? So, problems with Kubros right now. Do I even need to list them? Really crappy AI. They're fundamentally useless compared to Carrier. They don't do a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of reason. They're not reliable. You know, like, if nothing else, you can at least rely. There's another reason that Carrier's great. You can rely on it to always do its job, right? It's always going to pick things up for you. This Durja, it might not stun the target you want it to stun. It might not electropulse when you want it to. There's so many unknowns that you can't control. And that's just, it's always preferred to pick the known item over the other. So you pick Carrier instead of anything else. So even the pickup Kubro, as I understand it, only picks up around its area. So if it's not walking over the stuff you want, you're not getting the stuff that you need to fight late game. And yeah, you can play with a sub-optimal build. You know, it's a PvE game. You can do that. You're not going to get screwed over against other players because you decide to use a non-optimal build. But you're always going to know that you could have gone that little bit farther if you had gone with a more optimal, deals with all situations build. You know, a meta build, for the lack of a better word.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position.
So, big ideas for how to change Kubers. Let you give them commands. You know, attached to that Sentinel command key that you can use for commanding Sentinels, I would say companion command key rather than Sentinel. So, like, you're going through and you can waypoint on an enemy. It orders your Kubro to attack that enemy. Like, that alone would be awesome. Have it go apply any offensive abilities it has. So, if it's got the disarm ability, it goes and disarms him before attacking that target. You give it a new command, it goes and goes after that one instead, or that one, or that one, or whatever. And you can target it on all that sort of things. If it's the pickup Kubro, you could maybe target it on a waypoint for a loot drop. If someone highlights a freaking Argon crystal on the other side of the map, you can point it at it and it will go and get that Argon crystal for you. That sort of thing would give Kubros a real reason to use them. You know, they can provide you lockdown, they can provide you with targeted damage, and all great sort of things that you can use to make the game just more interesting to play and give you more options with what you want to do. So that is basically this whole video. Just talking about companions. Because I like them. I like the concept. I like having little things following me around. They're cool. Little battle buddies. But they're just unless it's carrier,
Odds were against us, Tenno.
unless
we
it's
did it.
carrier, you're giving
Mission
yourself,
complete.
which, in my opinion, is a problem. You shouldn't have to go, well, I want to have fun instead of playing the most optimal way, right? You should have enough abilities that playing in a way that the game rewards you shouldn't punish you for having
Mission
fun.
complete. Excellent work, Tenno.
So that's basically it. Thanks for watching this video. I'm probably going to do more videos like this in the future. This is something kind of easy. I can talk about what I think. And I have plenty of things that I can talk about for a very long time. Hopefully this isn't too rambling either. If you've actually listened through all this and you have suggestions for what I should do differently, leave them in the comment section. If I make new videos, obviously places like Reddit, I'm not allowed to just kind of post stuff there. So feel free to post that to the subreddit because I'm not allowed to. That's blatant whoring for views, but again, you're not supposed to do that sort of thing on Reddit because they suck as far as that goes. So thanks for watching. Talk about it. I'd love to hear your opinions if you actually bother to listen. Maybe DE will pay attention to people wanting new stuff for their companions. Obviously they're bringing out the new Kavats, but it's kind of like I mentioned, what's the point if they aren't going to provide you with something new and unique and interesting to use? If it's just another thing following you around and providing you with a couple passives that you don't have any interaction for, I frankly don't see the point. So, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.